All right, so this is the second problem in the 1.4 part 2 notes. We're still solving the three variable system by elimination. So like before, I'm going to start by numbering my equations. I have equations 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to pick a variable to eliminate. So last time we eliminated x, let's start and we're going to just eliminate y to start with. You don't have to write that you're eliminating y. I'm just kind of writing that to keep track of what I need to do in both steps that I do this. So let's just choose equations 1 and 2. And I want to be able to get rid of y. So let's look at the y's here. Well, if one of them was a positive 2 and the other one's a negative 2, then they would add up to 0. So it's the top equation that I need to multiply by 2. And then the y's can add up to 0. So I'm going to multiply everything in this top equation by 2. So I get negative 2x plus 2y minus 4z equals 16. If you forget to multiply one of the terms by the 2, everything's going to go wrong. So make sure every single term gets multiplied. Then we just write out the second equation. So 3x minus 2y plus 2z equals negative 7. Let's add them up. This time I get a 1x. The y's add up to 0 minus 2z equals 9. All right, and I'm going to number this one. Let's just pick a color. I'm going to number this one equation 4. All right, so now I need to do the same thing, and I have to use equation 3 this time. So I just need to pick either the first or second equation. Well, y here is negative 6. So it's easiest if I just multiply that by a positive 6. I mean, that's what I see as easiest. There is no right or wrong way to do it. But I am going to take equation 1, and I'm going to multiply it by a positive 6 and get negative 6, I forgot my x there, negative 6x plus 6y minus 12z equals 48. Okay? And then I'm just going to write that third equation, equation number 3. So negative 2x minus 6y minus 5z equals 12. If I add these up, the y's will eliminate, and that's what I said I was doing. And then I get negative 8x minus 17z equals 60. And that's going to be my equation number, just pick a color here, equation number 5. So with equation 4 and 5, I have a 2-variable system. So now I just need to solve for, or make it so I can add them up and eliminate x or z. So it looks to me like it'd be easiest to eliminate x because this one's just x and this is a negative 8. So if I multiply equation 4 by a positive 8, x will go away. So I'm going to take 8 times my equation 4. So I get 8x minus 16z equals 72. And then I'm just going to take equation 5 and leave it the same. And that equation 5 was negative 8x minus 17z equals 60. If I add them up, now x's were eliminated. I get negative 33z equals 132. Divide both sides by negative 33, and I get z is negative 4. Okay, so there's the first variable. So we take this variable and we plug it into either equation 4 or 5. So I'm going to plug it into 4 this time. I think that'll be a little easier. So I get x minus 2z, and we said z is negative 4, is going to equal 9. So x plus 8 equals 9. Subtract 8 from both sides. Whoops, not negative 1. It's positive 1. And I get x is 1. So now I have z, I have x. Plug it into one of the original equations. I'll just pick the top one. and then we solve for y. So I have negative, what we said x was, plus y minus 2 times whatever z is, and we said it was negative 4, equals 8. All right, so I have negative 1 plus y plus 8 equals 8. So I have y plus 7 equals 8. I have y equals 1. And then we write our final answer, x, comma, y, comma, z. So we have 1, comma, 1, comma, negative 4. And for these problems, if you're not sure your answer's right, you can always plug it in and check. Oops. Sorry, I started. So if I want to check that this is true, in my calculator, it would be the fastest way to do it. I would type in the negative, then I type in what I said x is, plus what I said y is, minus 2 times what we said z was, push enter, and you should get 8. Okay, if you do it for equation 2, I'd take 3 times 1, which is what we said x is, minus 2 times 1, which was what we said y was, plus 2 times negative 4, and push enter, and you should get negative 7. Same goes true if you plug in 1 for x here, 1 for y there, and negative 4 for z, push enter, and you should get 12. If any of those do not come out to get what you're supposed to get, then there may be a mistake in your math, or retry the equation one more time. If you check it again and it still is not coming up with the answer you should get, then something went wrong in your calculations. This point has to be true in all 3 equations for it to be the true answer. So now move on to problem number 3 in the next video for the notes.